Could you describe for me your own ancestry?
So as far as I know, the descendants of African slaves.
Could you explain your own ancestry a little bit?
So on my mom's side, my grandpa was half black, half white, and my grandmother was Creole. That line of family came from, well, if we're going back really far, so they were brought, that part of the family was brought to a plantation, like I guess if you want to get like where like the black, so like the slaves were brought to a plantation in like the Caribbean, and then they were brought to New Orleans. And my like lineage started when one of the slave owners raped one of the slaves, and that's how that line of my family got started.
Yeah, so my dad's Italian and they're all European, and then my mom's like African American.
White on my dad's side and Mexican on my mom's side.
So on my mom's side, we are mostly Creole for the most part, so French and black. And then on my dad's side is mostly just 100% African American, a little bit of just European heritage mixed in. I don't really know where though.
My own ancestry?
Yeah.
I'm half Hungarian, half Irish.
So mine is a little complicated. I was actually adopted at birth, so both my adopted parents are white. But I met my birth mother, she's white, and my father, who I've never met, is black.
Yeah, my mom is half, I guess she's half Irish. I guess my grandma is Irish and my grandpa is Indonesian. And then my dad is fully African American.
Yeah, so I'm African American and Italian, and that's basically at the surface. I mean, we can get deeper than that, but that's basically what I am.
I am 100% Korean, straight from Korea. Nope, nothing in between. So, yeah.
So my mom's fully white, like European, and my dad's half Puerto Rican and half European.
My dad's side is Norwegian and my mom's side is English. So,
What do you identify as?
white, I guess.
I mean, I identify as African American.
And I guess I just took more culture from as a sort of way that I want to say like black people handle things. So playing football and basketball on like majority black teams, and then playing baseball on a majority black team, you tend to pick up the nuances of the culture you're associating with. So I guess I picked up the nuances from the black culture.
Okay.
So I'm white Hispanic is what I identify as.
African American.
I just say white, and it's probably because, I mean, like I said, I grew up in like mostly around like my white family, I guess. Because like, I mean, if you don't grow up around them, it's a different, atmosphere, I guess.
I identify as black, African American.
I typically say half Mexican, half white.
My own ancestry, from what I know, from my mom's side, we're based off of from Angola. My ancestor ended up settling in Portugal, and then for some reason he ended up coming into the United States. On my dad's side, I know that's where a good lot of the white ancestry from my family come, except I don't even really count them. Shoot, what else about my ancestry?
Alright. What do you identify as?
A white man. Sorry, a white male.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the term white passing?
Is that like white privilege?
It's being like,
Or passing as white?
yeah, passing as white.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you think that white passing people count as biracial? Or multiracial?
Yes. I'm actually darker than my sisters, and I think some of them, like, people identify them sometimes as white, but they're African American.
White. Just because you look white doesn't mean that you're not biracial. Like, regardless of you like super pale, super light skin, it doesn't matter. You're still biracial.
Yeah, if they're, I mean, just because they look white doesn't mean that they're not, like, actually of two different races, right?
Okay. So what do you identify as?
I just identify as black. Yeah.
Do you think that white passing people count as biracial?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I typically pass for white, and I certainly wouldn't say that I'm full white and like deny being half Mexican.
Alright, so do you think that white passing people count as biracial?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't really. I don't think like how you act like changes like your genetics. I mean, I just don't think that. I'm still like just as at risk for heart disease as any other like African American person. So I mean that doesn't. If you ask me, it doesn't count. Like it's the same thing.
Alright. So, do you believe white passing people count as biracial?
Yes, they do. I believe white passing is a problem intrinsically within people in the country. And I don't feel it's right.
Person, and so that's basically like bleaching more. So you're literally talking about where it was like biracial, which means like two races, you have one dominating over the other, if that makes sense.
Okay. Alright, but why do you think they count as biracial?
They count as biracial because you can't just hide your ancestry. You can't just, I mean, what your genes are, what you're born with, what people married back into your family a long time ago will always matter. You can't just change that.
Alright.
Good. Okay. So yeah, just because of your genetic makeup, whatever race you are, that doesn't necessarily define you as a person. Whatever culture or environment that you come from. That's about it, how I feel in the matter.
Has anyone ever told you that you're not biracial?
All the time. Every single time I tell somebody that I am.
How does that make you feel?
It feels crappy, you know, because it is who I am, and it is my history, and it is my family, and they're just taking that part away from me, and they don't have the right to do that.
Has anyone ever told you that you're not really black before?
Yes, all the time.
How does that make you feel?
It used to bother me, I guess, when I was younger, but as I get older, I just realize that people don't actually know the full story, so it doesn't really bother me as much, I guess. They can't really tell me what I am.
Why do you think people say that?
Just because, you know, maybe they don't, sometimes it's different things. Sometimes they say I talk like differently than an average black person, or I'm not dark enough to be a black person, or I don't dress or do certain things, or, you know, act the same way. So, but they're just being naive, I guess.
Does anyone ever tell you that you're not really black?
I got that in high school. I called it an Oreo because I was like white on the outside, black on the outside and white on the inside because of how I talk, and like my mannerisms. And then a lot of people assume that I'm mixed, that one of my parents is black and one of my parents is white, and so I also got called an Oreo for that too, even though that's not even true. Yeah.
Okay. Has anyone ever told you that you're not biracial, or that you're just white?
Yes, that happens pretty often since I can typically pass for white.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's not fun. It kind of feels like a slap in the face, like my mom's side, like I'm denying that, so I correct them.
Okay. So has anyone ever told you that you're not really black?
Actually, all the time. I mean, I don't think anybody really says it to be actually like harassing, because it's never like anybody that I just randomly meet. It's usually my friends.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on how you phrase that. I don't think somebody has to have that culture to be black. I think like skin tone enough is being black, because if my brother is walking down the street, right, nobody knows if he was like adopted and raised by white families, or if he like where he came from. He's still seen as a black man, and he's still going to be subjected to the same things every black man in America is being subjected to. And so like I think like the black culture is a really big thing, but I don't think it's a requirement for being black is having that culture.
Okay.
Yeah.